What you know, alibis? Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi. It's Friday, December 5th. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. It's the weekend. Y'all, it is so cold here. And I'm not a big snow person, but if it's going to be this cold, at least give us some of the white stuff. I have to give a shout out to my son, Mason, who just finished his time as a probie with the fire department, and he is now a full-blown firefighter EMT. And I'm going to tell you guys, I've never been prouder in my life because that boy dreamed of this since he was 3 years old. So congrats to my boy. He is a good human, and I couldn't be prouder. We are going to jump in. Not a long update today. Back on the stand, Trooper Connor Keefe. He was the one that did the analysis of the iPads and the cell phones. He's on cross-exam. There were some text messages he brought in between Brian and Anna. This was December 25th, 2022 at 11:53 a.m. Brian texts Anna, "Hello. Thomas asked if you were coming today. I haven't heard from you at all." Anna responds, "My flight got canceled. Driving up." That was read at 12:57 by Brian. January 2nd, 2:33 p.m., Brian to Anna. Now at this point, she's already dead. Thomas found the phone playing on William's bed. William said he forgot I was there. Haha. Okay, call anytime. That message not delivered. The same day, 7:18 p.m. Hello, where are you? Please call, text, or email. Exhausting day with the boys, and we had fun. Going to bed early. Big day tomorrow for everyone. I still love you. Aha. That was not delivered. The next day, January 3rd, 6:39 a.m., Brian to Anna. Hello. Not delivered. Where are you? That was sent. I'm worried. Please call or email. Moving on to 8:30 a.m. Where are you? I just called and it went straight to voicemail. Calling you in Viber now. I will call after I drop the boys. If I don't hear from you this morning, I'm going to report you missing. 12:16 p.m. Hello. I texted your sister and Alyssa. I'm calling Jeff if I don't hear from you. Where are you? That mug knows exactly where she is. He got a bad case of the diabetes. 7:03 p.m. Hello? Where are you? The boys and I are worried. I'm calling work tomorrow if I don't hear from you. January 4th, 10:14 a.m. Where are you? I'm calling Jeff now. And the defense goes on for a very long time that investigators were limited in the dates to search from December 25th to January 4th, over and over and over. The defense attorney says if they had looked at the web history, it may have given some context on these searches that they brought in. The witness said that was the Commonwealth's decision. On December 31st, they were told to only look at a time frame of 9:28 to 9:31 a.m. The defense says in the search history, there are indications of a search involving Expedia and other flight-related searches on Christmas Day at 11:35 a.m., and the witness says that's correct. The defense says if you looked earlier, you may have found the context. Another search, December 25th, 12:28 p.m., Christmas Day plane crash. There's another search for Anna Walshe found dead. Those searches continue through 12:45, and the witness says yes. Again, if you had earlier dates, you would have more context. You have no idea what the user was thinking when that search was made. The witness says, I know the content of the searches, but not the intent behind it. And the defense suggests Brian was searching for Anna's well-being. He asked the witness if he knew Anna's flight was canceled because of a snowstorm. No. You were only instructed to look at the web history, December 31st, for a few minutes from 9:28 to 9:31. The witness said that search was regarding Apple Maps, and that search was contained in the Safari search history. The defense says yesterday you referred to location data and what was retrieved by various apps. Is it fair to say that location data can be turned off? And the witness said if the user decides to turn it off. Defense, if someone turned it off, you wouldn't have the information you have. The witness says there's lots of data collected from various sources, but app-wise, if you turn off location tracking, that's correct. But you could possibly get location data from other sources. There was a search for I'm Good on January 2nd at 6:42 p.m., and the defense says you didn't give any context. You're aware there's a movie called I'm Good, and if you looked further, you would have seen that. The search for I'm good was surrounding a search for champagne and wine they were looking at for New Year's Eve. When you were asked about that search, I'm good, there's nothing nefarious about someone searching for a movie. Again, the witness says, I don't know the intent behind it. December 30th, 11:16 p.m., there's a search for Nightshade Noodle Bar. He asks, what is Nightshade Noodle Bar? And the witness says it's a restaurant. Defense asked if he's aware that Brian made a reservation for him and Anna. The witness doesn't know, and they didn't check to see if there was an existing reservation made. December 31st, 10:26 a.m., the defense brings up that there are searches for kids' play places, how to file for a charity. Can you donate your auto winning tax-free? Can you donate lottery winnings? How to file a 501c3 for a church? The defense asked the witness, do you know what a 501c3 is? And the witness says a nonprofit charity. The defense says there were searches about charities and 501c3s, but nobody found out what that was about. No. The state asked about a search with the term Autobahn, but they weren't asked about the related searches, Autobahn USA. What is that? The witness says it's a car website. So the defense asked, are you aware, based on your investigation, that the context of the text between Anna and Brian, she asked him to buy her a Porsche, and they talked about it. He sent her 2 photos of Porsches for sale, and that took place December 25th. The witness was aware of that. Did you talk to anyone at Autobahn to see if he inquired about buying Anna a Porsche around Christmas time? No. He brings up a text where Anna needed a new phone and Brian told her to get one. He sent her a link to the Verizon store in D.C. and she responded, thank you. He's asked if in the Safari search history you saw nothing about tools or how to dispose of a body. The witness said not from December 25th through the 29th. The defense brings up that there were multiple searches for actors, actresses, movies, music, piano lessons, kindercare, and even dog barking toys. He asked, don't you think you should have looked before December 25th to see if the user had planned to do any harm to Anna? And the witness said they did not have probable cause. He's asked who the lead investigator was in the case on January 8th, and a very familiar name, former trooper Michael Proctor. They go through some calls between Brian and Anna, and they point out Brian and Anna were talking while she was driving from D.C. to Massachusetts when she missed her flight. The defense talks about some text messages from December 28th through the 29th where Brian and Anna are talking about a property sale on the North Shore. I think he brings this in to show they're planning for the future. You can be planning for a lot of stuff, but if you kill your spouse, there is no future. But let's move on. The witness didn't know whose name the property was in or where the proceeds went. The defense is also really pushing the narrative that Brian did not know about the affair between Anna and Fasto. The defense asked the witness whether he found messages between Anna and Will on Brian's phone or Facebook messages. No. It's not a far-fetched to think that Brian knew because we know his mom had a PI in D.C. watching her, and I do believe that the private investigation company will be testifying. So it's going to be interesting to see what they found and what was relayed to Brian and his mom. The next witness, Heather Sullivan, she's a retired trooper with the Massachusetts State Police. She goes to crime scenes to collect and process evidence, including fingerprints. On January 9th, she responded to the apartment complex where those trash bags were found. They show photos of the trash compactor and the dumpster. From there, she went to the transfer station in PBD to go through the bags and also to log the evidence. They do bring in some of these items and show the jury, including snips, a hacksaw, a hatchet, shears, a hammer, and a measuring cup. They point out the measuring cup had a gray substance on it, and they just make clear to the jury that wasn't there when it was found. That was the result of trying to lift prints off that cup. The next witness got very little in before they called it for the day. And just a reminder, on Fridays, court does end at 1 p.m. It's a half day. He works at the medical examiner's office, and he explains what they do for a normal autopsy. On January 10th, he examined items from the trash facility at the medical examiner's office. They show a photo of the blood-stained blue and white carpet with a ruler next to it. There were 7 pieces of rolled up blue and white carpet with stains on it. and there was also debris on the carpet. That is where the judge ended it for the day. So even though we had a full morning session pretty much, I didn't go into half on what the defense was cross-examining Trooper Connor O'Keefe on because it was just such a reach, because it was repetitive and it was really just grasping at straws. But hey, he has to defend his client with some very, very damning evidence against him. We'll be back on Monday, 9 a.m. sharp to live stream. And again, I'll be doing that midday update, and later in the evening, we'll knock out the afternoon session. Corey Richens has a status conference today. That is not being live streamed. However, there's a chance we could get that footage later. If we do, I will break that down in a new episode. And over the weekend, I plan on breaking down some new documents I have that have been filed in her case. So look for that. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, don't forget to hit subscribe. And liking the video is the best way you can help this podcast. My algorithm is all screwed up after taking 3 weeks off. So I appreciate all y'all for just simply clicking the like button. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day, and we will see you soon.